Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. What you are about to see is me at the APEC conference here in San Francisco. That stands for Asian Pacific Economic Cooperation. It's basically a summit where President Biden met the president of China, and there were many other political world leaders in attendance. And YouTube basically invited me to come interview a lot of these world politicians, including the Secretary of Commerce, as well as the Canadian Minister of Foreign Affairs, as well as the CEO of YouTube, etc. So here are some of those interviews. I hope you enjoy. So I'm here with the CEO of YouTube, Neal, Mohan. So I'm here with Minister Melanie, Joly.
Hi, Humphrey. Yes. Good to see you.
Nice to see you as well. So hello all, we are here with the Secretary of Commerce, Gina, Raimondo. All right, hello Undersecretary Fernandez.
Great to be here.
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
If you could go back in time, what business would you start today? So I know that you spent some time at DoubleClick.
I did.
That got acquired by Google, and then now you are the CEO, which is very cool.
The thing that I would say that I have probably more conviction on now that I wish my younger self knew is it is really important to pick something from a career standpoint that you're genuinely passionate about. And fortunately for me, I have been kind of a media junkie aficionado since I was a kid, whether it's sports, whether it's movies, whether it's music, but I've also been passionate about technology. What I feel really lucky about is that my job today allows me to bring those two things together, which is media and technology, getting to work with awesome creators like yourself, but also doing it from the vantage point that what we fundamentally do is build technology, which is the stage that people like you stand on.
If somebody wants to work for YouTube, what do you think a good personality trait is that you look for? Or what's a good personality trait that leads to success in your experience?
I think I'd say I look for two things. One we sort of talked about already, which is passion. There has to be a reason why you get up in the morning and kind of work as hard as we do, right? And so that's one aspect. And I would say the thing that sort of goes with it, that sounds a little different, but I actually think it reinforces the passion, is being just having a flexible mindset. Whether you call it a growth mindset or just being flexible. That trait of flexibility of just knowing that there's a problem before you and you just kind of roll up your sleeves and sort of jump in with the team to solve it. That's what I look for. And in my experience at YouTube or Google or anywhere, those are the people who I feel, end up being successful because they make others around them successful.
What do you like to splurge on? If there is one thing.
I happen to be sports nut, so I do go to a lot of sporting events, and so that happens to be a passion of mine. Happens to be also, and I don't know if it's because of me, it also happens to be a passion of a lot of people in my family, my son, my wife, etc., our daughters, and so it's fun for the family, but that's where I like to spend my time.
And last question, do you diversify your investments, or is it all just Google stock?
Yeah, that's a good question. And I'm definitely not a financial expert, and this is not financial advice from me, so we'll leave it at that.
Okay.
I'm Melanie, Joly. I'm the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Canada.
Is there a pivotal moment in your life or career that you think led you here?
In this studio?
Yes, all the way to this studio, your role, everything.
See, I always thought so I'm a lawyer and then I went into business, but I always thought that one day I would go into politics. And so when I was 34, how old are you?
36.
Oh, just a bit younger, just shy. I decided to run to become mayor of my city. I created a party. My city was Montreal. We ran around 60 candidates within the party. Unfortunately, I didn't win. I came close second, but at the beginning of the race, some people really looked at me with a form of arrogance. But I've never been shy at presenting my ideas. I've never been scared of presenting my ideas. I'm still not scared.
So you're already pretty successful in your own right. What tips do you have for younger people who are looking to be successful in the future? Is there a personality trait that you like or that you optimize for?
Well, I would ask you, what is the key of your success? Why were you able to be living off of being, working through your YouTube platform? Is there one thing you have in mind? And then I'll tell you what's my answer.
Mine is consistency.
Okay.
I show up a little bit every day. I don't have to show up a 10 out of 10 or 100%, but if I at least show up, kind of get there. Just like, you go to the gym. Yeah. At least if you get there, you do something. It's kind of like that. I don't do the same thing with food. Yeah. I like to just eat whatever, but I really should if I want to, trim down. But what about you?
Behind consistency, wasn't there a passion for what you were doing? So you really like doing it.
There's a North Star goal or mission.
That's it.
Or yeah.
So my tip to people that are watching is you need to find that North Star goal. You need to be able to really find out what you like. What's your passion? And then it's consistency, I would say hard work, taking risks, not being afraid of putting yourself out, not being scared of failing also, because we do indeed fail as human beings.
Yep.
And then, of course, you just grow through the process.
How have you changed the role of the Commerce Secretary, and how would you like to see the role evolve in the future?
So one big difference between Commerce under my leadership is that because of the president, we've worked with Congress to get a $50 billion investment in the semiconductor industry, another $50 billion to make sure every American has the internet. My department is going to become even more and more about technology. Some people say I'm the tech minister.
Okay.
Because like when I travel around the world, I meet with my other counterparts. We do semiconductors, internet, broadband, spectrum, AI.
Yep.
So increasingly, I've made the job about technology and innovation. And I hope in the future it'll be like tech and innovation.
So about AI,
Yeah.
it's quickly evolving and reshaping American economy as well as other economies around the world. How do you think of its role in the future?
I think it'll be in everything in the future. All of healthcare will be transformed because of AI. The way we diagnose diseases will be better because of AI. Your business, what you talk about, financial literacy, like everything in finance will be driven by AI. I think it's pretty cool and exciting to think about 10 years from now, all the different applications available to us powered by AI.
Since you're a pretty successful person, what would you say is a personality trait that led most to your success?
I don't give up. My own view is there's a ton of smart people in the world. There's a ton of great ideas. But if you actually want to do something and execute those great ideas, you got to be kind of relentless.
Yeah, I find that oftentimes, at least in the YouTube world, people give up by like the 4th or 5th video, and really it takes 50 or 100 or 150 until they see that rise.
No, I like to remind people, like even great companies like Google didn't make any profit for the first decade they were around. If you believe in it, stick with it. Of course it's going to be hard.
I'm just going to ask you some general questions about how to be successful, and we'll take it from there.
Well, listen, if I knew the answer to that question, I'd be a lot wealthier. I'll ask you that question in a minute. It sounds like you've been pretty successful. I don't think there's a secret. I always try and put myself in somebody else's shoes.
Okay.
The person I'm talking to, what does that person want out of my conversation? It's easy, especially when you get tired, to just not really connect and just be talking without expecting a reaction. What would it be like to be on the other side?
So I find that resonates really true, at least on YouTube. We try to put ourselves in the viewer's shoes and try to think, okay, what is this person experiencing? What type of questions does this person have about personal finance, and how can we answer it for them?
And why is that person listening to you as opposed to somebody else?
Hopefully because I'm good looking.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We can talk about that later. I do know a few plastic surgeons,
What is the most memorable thing that comes to mind about your career? Is there some part of your career that you are especially proud of?
I've been fortunate. I am proud of a lot of things that I've been able to do. I'm proud of the fact that I've been able to have a good family. I have kids who are better people than I am. But I also remember the failures. You can only think of your successes, but the way you learn is you fail. Why did you fail? Is it because you didn't prepare? Is it because you misread the situation? And if you can learn from that, I think, you can benefit. Everybody fails. But if you're going to fail because you tried, not because you weren't paying attention.
What is a financial guilty pleasure of yours? Something that you like to splurge money on?
I grew up pretty poor.
Okay.
So material things are not at the top of my list. Right now, if you ask me what is it I want the most in life, I want to get a kayak that I can take out, and I do a lot of sea kayaking. But I've got a kayak that is too light for me, and I end up in the water all the time. I need to get a kayak that actually stays upright.
Okay.
And that's as much of a problem with the kayak as it is with me.
Okay, so it sounds like experiences over material things.
Yeah.
Any day of the week.
You can buy and sell material things. You cannot do that with experiences.
Okay, well, I appreciate your time, Understudy Fernandez. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'll see you next time.
Thank you.
All right, so that wraps it up. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you to YouTube for having me out once again. And I really appreciate you guys being here. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.